Good evening folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm really sorry that I'm starting this particular video halfway through, but there was hardly anything substantial to be missed as I have simply opened this top cover and removed the headlamp. Actually the thing was like the headlamp circuitry which was there in this scooter of mine was pretty bodged up. You can see it has been manually woven like this, and it's susceptible to be in contact with each other and then cause difficulty in illumination. So I'm going to sort it, and probably I'll be showing you guys how actually you have to do it. The thing is, this is going to be the first thing that we are going to swap from the scooter that we have recently bought. I'll be changing the bulb holder, and along with that, this mesh that we have. uh, the original unit comes like this. It has two sockets like these, and I'll go and check over there at the scooter where these sockets fit, as we certainly don't really have those sockets. And the thing was, no matter how hard you tried, these would sooner or later come into contact, and that would pose difficulty, and that was the reason that I have to decide on doing this particular video. So let's go find out what actually these connections are. The colors of wire should be sufficient to let us know which wire is meant for what. The black goes here, the purple goes here as you can see, and the brown one goes here. See that, these two. So at least at an outset we know where which one goes. We just have to find out where the actual socket is and what kind of actual socket LML Vespa is using, as we are not having that one at our disposal in this particular scooter. Remember last time that I told you guys that that scooter will be serving as a template also for us. So today that time has come. So guys, here we have our scooter, and this is the socket that we were looking for, that perfectly fits over here. I probably won't really be able to do that with single hand. Let's try anyway. So for the safety of it, we'll be taking out a longer section so that we could have sufficient amount of wire left for our job, and we'll be getting it soldered tomorrow morning. Okay guys, so what we have here is a set of let me switch on the light. What we have here is a set of 3 headlamp sets, and basically these two are not really original ones. This is one which that we have taken out from the scooter that we have recently procured. You can see it has nice little locks for the headlamp's bulb holder to be snugly fit over it. See, you can simply place it over here, lock it on either side, and forget about that. Then additionally, these two ears that holds it in place are pretty thick. I guess it's 16 or 16 gauge or maybe even thicker material that they have used, and that's really helpful as it keeps it pretty steady. As well as if you can see over here, you have a small square bolt which is placed inside. Let it focus. Okay, placed inside over here, so you don't really have the danger of it easily getting damaged when you are tightening it up. Unlike this, what happens if you're getting a duplicate one, like the ones which are not really that well made, you will be getting these two ears which are very flimsy. As you can see, comparatively this one is tough, that one is flimsy. So you have this, and also you won't really be getting the locks that we have seen on the previous one. Similarly, there is another third quality which has even more botched up job, and what you have here is like even this kind of plastic ears, or let's call them ears only because I don't really know the exact name or nomenclature for that. So they are using these, and they get damaged a lot. So what I was having on my scooter was this unit, as you can see, and it was it was damaging even the reflector. See that there's a tiny dent over here, and actually I think it's an afterthought done by a mechanic or somebody. it's not really from the factory. And that's what has made a dent over here. So the actual reflected light won't really be from the exact parabolic surface. And also, if you are going to tighten the bolt over here, and if it's too long, it will make a dent over here. See that? Let me clean it a bit. So there's a dent over there. So overall it deteriorates the quality of light. It's not really that much, but if you're riding a really for a really long distance, these things matters, as owing to vibration and other thing, it may damage. And that's what has happened in our case. So simply owing to these two three things, we are not going to use either this one, although the reflector is of in a very good condition, but as you can see, there is hardly any rust. But still, it's not really a very wise idea to go ahead with this one, because it's going to pose difficulty later. So this one is cancelled. Coming to this one, this is even worse. And what has happened is, like, it's the same thing, just with the plastic ears. So this one is also a no-go. Now in this one, what has happened is, like, uh, actually, what I really planned was, like, I could have used the reflector from this one, as this was in a very good condition, the reflector part alone. But then again, these would pose difficulty over here and here, as they are super thin. So we have this one. I have taken out the glass of it. I guess the scooter has fallen somewhere, so the owner has changed the glass. It's from certain solar glass make, the same company which makes these duplicate headlamps, which I think it's not really super great quality. So nevertheless, I'll be using this glass, as it's pretty robust and sturdy, and also cause I don't really have any other option. And there's a sad news about the original one that we have, the original reflector. And that's what you can see over here. Owing to neglect, it has gone damaged at this place, and at that place too. So what I'm planning to do is, like, tomorrow I'll be simply cleaning these areas with a very thin grit sandpaper, and along with that I'll be cleaning this area too. Meanwhile, whatever is the good quality portion, I'll simply be taping it up, so that that's not really damaged, and we'll be trying to cause as less problem to the actual reflective surface, which is right from the company, as such as that may help us having retain the actual property. And also what I'll be doing is, like, there is really a good quality chrome paint available in the market. So I'll simply be cleaning this particular area from here to here, and this zone, and then I'll be simply spray painting with that particular coat. So that's what the plan is, and that's how you can uh, decide what's original and what's duplicate. Also, the obviously the outer section will be cleaned and given a decent paint job too, as that would keep it you know rust free for a really long period of time. Okay guys, so it's a subsequent morning, and as you can see, I have cleaned the lenses is from all the sides. I mean, from this inner ring area as well as the outer side also, which was pretty clogged with the older binding material. I've also cleaned this reflector's outer body, as it was pretty dirty, you can see it. And apart from that, I have also rubbed off the rust from here. See that? So now it's time to paint it, and then go ahead with the rest of the installation. Meanwhile, the socket that we took out from the older scooter was soldered upon my scooter's electronics, and that was a really necessary task, because without that we were relying upon winding the wires with each other, and that's not a really great way to go ahead with making proper electrical connections. Okay guys, so it had been a pretty hectic day, and we have got most of the things done. The socket that was there for the headlamp has been soldered to the scooter's wiring, and now you can see we have cleaned this parabolic reflector and its attachments too. And I have also cleaned this area, as we have already seen earlier. So now I'll simply be painting it, and that will be done after properly masking the already good surface areas. Okay, so as you can see, I have strategically, masked it. This area is open as well as the area which is near bulb. So there was an extension over here. You can see that part has been, left exposed. So now we'll simply be spray painting it. And once that's done, we'll let it dry for some time, and then we'll be gluing the same with the glass. So as you can see, the paint job is complete. I have recently painted it, and it's pretty commendable, I must say. Time to peel off the masking surface that we had applied to it. Let's take it out carefully. That's a marked improvement, I must say. You can see, although there's a a little difference of glow, but largely it's better than the actual stature that it was in, and that makes me happy. So let's now prepare the glue for pasting this entire setup onto the glass. Before we head any further, let's clean the glass again with a clean soft paper tissue. The glue that I'm using is named as Bond Tight. It's a pretty good quality glue, or for that matter, cementing agent, and mix it as thoroughly as possible at your disposal. Once you have, completely filled the dam, just make it even so that, no part is left. Extra paper towel and wipe off the thumb impressions that you have made. Now that it's done, align the arrow along any one particular frame of reference, and along with that you have to use a little logic as well as approximation, and place it gently over it. Place it in such a way that this particular point as well as this point are along a particular line only. Specifically, if you see from this hole over here, then you can see the alignment perfectly, and there won't be any doubt about the same. Now just let it dry for some time. Meanwhile, since it's raw right now, so just turn it over and look if you have left any mark of that glue, else that will leave a very dirty stain over it, and that will sooner or later accumulate filth and won't appear great. So keep that in mind. Okay guys, so it's sufficiently dry now, and everything is all set. So now it's high time that we take this assembly and fit on our scooter. Let's go. Okay, it's almost 1 a.m. right now. It's pretty chilly over here right now. Before going any further, let's check out the bulb holder that we have. This unit, and fix it. That's it. Here goes one latch. Here goes another. Now, fixing the headlamp is not particularly a tough task. As you can see, we have already soldered this unit over here, and now that's attached. Next, what you have to do is we have to fasten these 2 points using these 2 screws. The darker one and the lighter one, this one, will be there to tighten this setup from the bottom, and that also acts as beam adjustment screws. So let's tighten it first. This one is a bit tricky. Okay, we found the sweet spot. Now simply tighten it. Once it's sufficiently tight and you can't really turn with your hand anymore, just tighten it using a 7 mm wrench. So be it, folks. I hope that let you guys know a thing or two. Specifically, this one was one hell of a tutorial video. Stay tuned for more. And yes, I'll soon be doing a video on what these things are and how actually I've installed the battery on my scooter. So stay tuned. Till the next time, build it, ride it.